My name's Mary, and I'm a nature guide or interpreter. And today is another beautiful day at Humboldt Redwood State Park.
Woohoo!
And woo, I'm here with fellow interpreters Griff. Say hi, Griff.
Hello!
Behind the camera. And Danny. Sorry, I didn't say we were going to show you.
Oh, yeah, we're showing her. She's perched.
Today, this is a series about animal tracks and animal behaviors. So today we're going to look at a group of animals that are known for their intelligence, in fact, extreme intelligence. They make and use tools. They can recognize faces and have memories, can follow specific people. And they even can remember like cause and effect. They get that association. So kind of eerie, and both Hitchcock and Poe have used that to their advantage. So you're probably getting an idea of what animals I'm talking about. And and I found out that they play an important role in habitat reforestation. So we're going to talk about that a little later, but first let me, which is never more important than in today's world of forest fires and habitat fragmentation. We'll talk a little bit about that in just a minute, but in case you haven't guessed, these are the Corvids, the Corvid family. So that is, let me show you a little picture. The jays. This is the kind of jay that we would have here, the Steller's jay, the only jay with the little crest like this. And then we've got the raven, and let me show you at the same time the crow. So a lot of people have trouble distinguishing ravens and crows. If you see them side by side, it's really easy because the ravens are about crows are about 2/3 the size of ravens, but that's a whole nother episode. This crow, if you notice, looks like he's eating a little bit of plastic, but we'll get back to that later. So these guys, if you've ever been camping or picnicking, these are those aggressive, noisy, and beautiful birds that are waiting to snatch that sandwich right out of your hand. So we'll talk about that in just a minute. Let's look at their tracks first. So come down here with me. And I actually, the riverbank is a great place, or any kind of stream bank is a great place to check out their tracks. And we're lucky enough to find some today. I don't know if you can actually see that. See there and there, but I do have images that I got from Kim Cabrera, the bear tracker. And so this would be the crow over here. You could see it's got 3 forward toes and a back one, and this is the raven. So the main difference between them is size. If it's over 3 5/8 inches, it's probably a raven. And one thing cool about all the corvids is that the middle toe, you could really see it easily here, is a lot closer to the inner toe. So you could tell if it's a right or left foot. So this would be then the right foot. And then you can see this one here, the middle toe is closer to the inner toe. So this then, like this, would be the left foot. And here in the sand, if you're wondering, if you see in the sand, you typically see these drag marks, and that's that long middle toe that it drags across the sand. Now, most of these tracks are in a single line for corvids. All birds that spend most of their time foraging on the ground for food, they're going to be walking, so they'll be in a single track. Now, birds that spend most of their time up on a branch, on branches up in the trees, when they're on the ground, they'll be paired tracks because they're going to be hopping along. So that's a way to tell right off, separate some of the bird tracks you might see on the ground. Now, some other tracks we might see here, or I might see here, if I was looking, that might confuse me at first, are turkey, the wild turkey tracks, and California quail. So these are typical game bird tracks. You could see the 3 here, and then you could see the claw mark in the back. Oh gosh, Kim, if I could see you, you're probably here. If you could help me out what this back bit's called. I kind of don't remember. You're probably posting it right
She's
now.
here.
Kim, what's that called?
Hi, Griff. I mean, Kim said hi, Griff. Kim, what's the back track called?
Of the game birds.
On the game birds. I remember her telling us too.
I know. Anyway, so the main thing though, turkeys of course are really big. They'd be bigger even than raven tracks, and then the California quail would be much, much, much smaller. If you didn't know, California quail is our California state bird. So,
Awesome. Kim said it's called a hallux.
Hallux. Thanks, Kim. Thanks. All right, so I think I mentioned that these birds were really helpful in reforestation and habitat rehabilitation, and that's because they, what was that word Griff, I told you to help me remember?
Gosh, something hoarding, right, Danny?
I asked you to do one thing.
I know. Scatter hoarding, was that it?
That's it.
Yay, Danny,
Okay.
for the save.
They do something called scatter hoarding, and so basically they deposit seeds in little caches spread all over, and so they don't eat all of them, so a lot of these will sprout. So that's a great way of seed dispersal. And so in this time where we're getting a lot of habitat fragmentation because of all the development, and then of course fires devastating forests, this seed dispersal can become really important in creating those habitats again, especially for oaks and pines, which are sort of anchor trees. They create a lot of habitat for animals. And the trees themselves, it's really cool, they actually have created adaptations to encourage this in these birds. So they've created seeds that are really big and fleshy and nutritious that have chemicals in them that prevent them from rotting right away. So that eliminates the need for these birds and animals to eat them right away, so they can actually catch them in these different places. And it's amazing that almost seems like they know. There's in the eastern forest, there's a jay that, because of, is actually putting its caches, it's increasing its caches because of fires, and is actually putting them in areas where the canopy is gone, closer to those areas, almost as if it knows the best spot to put these caches to help trees start growing again in these empty spots. And supposedly also on the Channel Islands, now that they've eliminated grazing, they're thinking of introducing a jay that was there before and seeing if they can start dispersing seeds and help get that habitat back faster than it normally would. So that's pretty amazing. Now, let me get back to that photo I showed you before, because it's really important. And that was of the crow. Remember what he was eating? He's actually looks like he's eating a bit of like plastic wrap. And so these birds, these corvids, they will eat just about anything. I mean, what? Seeds, insects, crawfish, carrion.
Which is dead stuff.
Turkey, I mean turtles, mice, fish, I mean pretty much anything, and human garbage. And so what happens is, you can see him eating some plastic. It, they can pull, if you don't shut that can completely, or you let it float out of your car, and you just don't go running after it, it smells like food, and they get into it, and then it could really cause several pretty horrible things. It could block their intestines in their stomach, or make them feel full when they're not, and so they starve. I want to show you another photo because this photo was taken by a photographer, Vinod Goel. He's an Indian photographer, and you should check him out. He's got beautiful wildlife photography. He allowed me to use this photo. But, so I don't know where that crow was, but I want to show you this photo. These are photos I took here at Humboldt Redwood State Park just 2 days ago. Just 2 days ago. So on the top, before I messed with it, it looks pretty much, we think I was out with Kim Cabrera, the bear tracker, where I get a person who I get most of my information from. And we think it's maybe fox scat. It looked a little odd, so I stopped. And I started pulling it apart. And look, filled with plastic. And this is not just one scat. It looked like it was multiple scats. Foxes will do that. They'll have a spot, and then they'll deposit their scats in the same spot. And just all filled with plastic. And I mean, this is an animal here right now. This is pretty fresh. A fox that could be blocked. Some of this obviously got through, but it could still be blocked. And I'll just mention, I was a small animal veterinarian, so that kind of death is a really horrible death. And so at this very moment,
There's a little fox suffering.
yeah, at this very moment in this park, there could be a fox suffering. So, sorry. I just want to bring up this July is basically for the entire Earth. Plastics free July. And maybe you're already doing as much as you think you could do, but really check out this website. It's not like when you look at it, it's not like you're denying yourself something. Actually, a lot of these ways of switching from a disposable plastic actually might increase the quality of your life and increase the quality of the things that you're using. And if not that, just when you're out having a picnic, you know, someone's picnic, you know, some happy, I'm sure, wonderful family having a picnic, and either just let that plastic stray, got blown away, or didn't close the garbage can tightly, you know, is responsible for this. So give it a think, and let's all do what we can to be part of these perfect, beautiful, balanced ecosystems, or at least try and do less harm. All right, so why don't we show another great view of where we are, what Griff, Danny, and I get to enjoy every day. And can't wait to see all you guys here at some point. The park is open, but please, you know, keep that social distancing when you're near other people, or wear masks when you can't. Let's keep us all safe and come out here and enjoy this wonderful park.
Bye.